Are these customers or are you guys?
No, part of my team.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not. No, I want to see, because this was one of the very first video laryngoscopes, right?
Well,
I mean, you were in at the.
well, not none of these. I mean, these are all,
Right, but
you know, but yeah, my first video laryngoscope was a kitchen table box camera under the blade, and proof of concept. Yes,
Right, yeah.
it worked.
yeah,
And that's what, I was just improving my prototype until, in fact, 4 companies came out in 2005.
right. Yeah, well,
with
that's the history I want to hear a little bit more about, because what I've seen. So I found your page when I was looking for video laryngoscopy numbers and intubation numbers and everything.
Right.
And then I read a little bit about just kind of, it seemed like you were out there, one of the first people to think about this.
Right.
And then, yeah.
Okay.
And how you ended up where you are today.
Right. Well, I was definitely the first person to think about it, and I couldn't get it out of my mind because I was having a regular life, and all of a sudden this idea came into my head, and I couldn't walk away from it. So I researched it as much as I could in terms of other patents and other things like that, and decided that okay, I'm going to bite the bullet and get a patent if I can. I found a guy who's an excellent patent lawyer, and we came up with a patent. And we got a patent, and I started telling everybody who would listen, because the deal is you must tell or they can take your patent away. If you just go out, that whole deal.
Yeah.
So I started going to conferences. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean I was on my way. I hit the wrong button. Are you guys gonna come here? That's fine. Just call me before you come. And then take the elevators up. It's floor 5. And I'll come meet you at the elevators. Right. Bye. Sorry.
No, hey.
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, just keep it simple. Right. Keep it simple. So I started going to conferences and all over the country and then all over the world. And everywhere I went, everybody said, what the hell is that? What's going on? And then these companies came out with their product, and unfortunately the product was, I thought, not good.
Right.
Each product had a flaw. And I don't,
Sure.
why? But, avoiding a patent? Yeah. And Verathon was avoiding a patent.
And were they infringing on yours, or did you get in any kind of legal battle with them? Or?
Not in the patents. Not in the patents, but in the product.
In the product.
Yeah, I mean, the patents, okay, they did a good job. They avoided my patent. That's what you got to do.
Then the physical embodiment, they were...
Yeah.
So what was their response? I mean, did you send them formal legal?
Oh yeah, no. Well, we were communicating for years and years,
and they just
and they basically, well, they made offers. I mean, but they were crazy offers. They were, I had already spent 5 times on what they were offering, and so in 2010, I said, okay, let's see if we can go to court, and. They had told me basically, you can't bother us, so we're not going to bother with you.
Yeah.
All right, that's big because it's $5 million to take them to court.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I found, as it turns out, you can go to court on your own. In any case, I had a law firm, but it did not work out. They sold me out immediately. First phone calls, they wanted me to settle for half of what these companies were offering before I got the lawyers. Okay, so I got rid of the lawyers, and I've been on my own since then, dealing with the court. The first thing that Verathon and Pentax did when we took them to court was they went back to the patent office and to argue that the patent should not have been granted
in the first place.
In the first place.
Yeah.
Re-examination. Incredibly difficult to survive.
Yeah.
I mean, incredibly difficult.
But you were able to survive that.
9 years, 9.5 years. Over
It is a huge
over
distraction.
4,000 pages. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I got lucky. I finally got to the judges of the highest level in the patent office, and there was one of three who listened, and I think was my kind of advocate, and another few moves with them, and I got the patent. And then now we're sitting in court waiting for the court to do something.
Right.
Not sure what.